Hello! How are we doing today? Welcome. Hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day. I see we got Michelle, Suzanne, Mark. What's going on, everybody? Skylar, dog. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, another beautiful evening. And real busy. Out in wonderful Marblehead, Ohio. If you guys don't know about Marblehead, it's like a peninsula that shoots up right before you get to the Lake Erie Islands. And doing a beautiful estate out there. The gentleman was, I think Coast Guard. He worked for Ford and retired, sold boats, all kind of stuff. Crazy, awesome life. And man, the one unit I got that jewelry from, we're going to sell this tonight. This is a little, I think it's 4 or 10 karat gold, I believe. We got the necklace and I think it's 2 grams. But I didn't get time to take a bunch of pictures of stuff. So we're going to sell some stuff, give away some stuff. I do have, I don't know, I got to check. But I hope everyone else is having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. My day was pretty good. Except I forgot my wallet at home. And, but I ended up getting lunch. It's a little tough. It was a little tough, but I got some lunch. Let's see here. What the heck is this? It doesn't want me to show my videos? Weird. Let's see. Maybe I have to go somewhere else. That's why. Huh? Of course, should be. Man, they're messing with us tonight. I might have to do an upgrade. Ah. That's just so weird. It's saying like you can share a video clip, but check out this upgrade plan. I don't want to check out an upgrade plan right now. Man, one of those wonderful days. So, yeah, lunch wasn't locker food, luckily, Skylar dog. My lunch, there's a place right down the street, and they sell chili dogs and ice cream. So every time we're there, that's basically what I get. And then the guy's like, I told him, and he's like, oh, you could buy, because I asked Jack, I said, Jack, you got any money? Oh, I don't have any money on me. And I'm like, Jack, in our business, you should always have money. Of course, I'm saying that. I forgot my wallet, but it never happens. At least I didn't lose my wallet. Forgetting it's one thing. Knock on some wood. Losing it, that's a whole nother. I was trying to figure out why they won't let me show. So weird. Okay, my current plan, yeah. I don't want anything else. I don't want to upgrade. Man. So crazy. I don't want it. Just let me show my clip. I guess they're not going to let me show my clip. This is frustrating. I'm going to have to figure that out. Oh, we got Deb, Dolphins. What's going on? Crazy week. So long story short, if you guys seen that unbelievable hoarder house / toy antique, Conky went out there with me. My son went out there with me. I had my business partner, Joe, out there with me. I had Shane, Super Shane, chefing with Shane. He was out there with me. And so much vintage goodness, so many toys. And our first auction's next Saturday on that stuff. And yeah, see, StreamYard changed things. Yeah, I wish they would have told me this. What they wanted, everybody wants to get paid. It used to be good enough just to have the stupid logo in the corner. You're advertising it. All you people are watching it. They put this stupid thing in. They can get this discount. I might have to go with Conky and start a new one. It's like, I don't need to be on StreamYard. You hear that, StreamYard? That's right. Michelle's like, holy cow, how that house was unbelievable. It was crazy. Mark said this week's been full of tears. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I didn't know they changed everything. If I would known that, I would have upgraded or done something. But I'm not going to do it in the middle of a live. So I did have some lots on I uploaded, so that's interesting. Yeah, there's so many vintage toys in that house. It was crazy. Well, let's give away something. What we got to give away? We're going to give away this. So that is gold, I think, with onyx or something. But this is gold around there. Where's my loop here? Let's see. Try and remember what this one's marked. We're going to give it away, though. 14K. What the heck's that? 14 karat gold. Has a V on it for victory, for vanilla, for vendetta, for Von, for Vincenzo, or you can turn it this way, it's an A, missing the middle part, for Alex, or Anthony, or Amy. Or you could just say it's a weird, I don't know, bird. It could be anything you want. But it is 14 karat gold wrapped around this beautiful stone. It does have a little bit, it's not perfect condition. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm giving it away for free. Who wants free gold? If you remember, perfect time. And I know, don't worry, I can't be a member. It's okay. The membership only helps the channel be better. And I appreciate all the members. And I put out some little videos here and there. And, but as a member, if you're the winning bidder or you win a free item, members, just send the thing to Joe. Boom. So on the 14 karat gold onyx members, let's see here. I'm supposed to go back. I've taken so much stuff, but I'm supposed to go back. They said they won't be able to get back out there till like the 12th. So, yeah. And it was a crazy house. I mean, maybe one top 5 houses / apartments I've ever been in my life. It's just tough to say number one. Definitely top 5. I don't know. There's a video, guys, from the one house I did. It was an apartment, actually, and it was a lady was a hoarder, and she hoarded new firearms. Everyone's like, there has to be something up with the house. I don't even know. There's new flat screen TVs. One was 10 years old. There's 2 brand new generators. There was brand new guitars, brand new musical instruments, brand new audio equipment. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. So we're going to do the free piece of gold. And that's 14 karat gold of E for victory. And let's see. If you're a member, you want to win this? Boom. Easiest thing to do, become a member. You can become a member right now. Easy, easy, easy. But first, members, we're going to auction off this. I guess I better double check. This is, I think, is it 14 karat or 10 karat? I want to say it's 10 karat. Yeah, 10 karat. You get a 10 karat gold. Let's see here. It won't let me play my videos and stuff. This is 10 karat gold. It looks like it's like a bee. Some kind of bug. Maybe a butterfly. I should give it to my daughter. I call her the bee. But we're going to sell it. So on the 14 karat gold pendant and necklace, like I said, I weighed it. It was like 2 grams total. Without that little piece of paper, I held that up off the scale. $25, open and bid. 10 karat gold, 2 grams. Beautiful little necklace. The necklace, as you could tell, it is brand new. Still has the tag on it. And I'm assuming this pendant was brand new. It came from that one storage unit which says I found gold right in the title. And you guys get a chance. So I got Skylar Dog, $25 now, 30. I got 25, 30 now, 25, 30 now, 25, 30 now. Go. I get 25 now, 30 now, 30 now, 30 now, 25, 30 now, 25, 30 now, 25, 30. Skylar Dog in and now. What are you going to do now? 25, 30. You can let Skylar Dog take all the gold. What are you going to think? 25, 30 now, 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 25, 30. Yeah, 25 now, 30 now. Go. I got 25 now, 30. 25, 30 now. Go. That's gold, gold, gold. 25 now, 30 now, 25, 30 now, 25, 30 now, 25, 30 now, 25, 30. $25 now, $30 go. That's the pendant part. Without the necklace, $25 now, $30 go. I got 25 now, 30 now, 25, 30 now, 25, 30 now, 25, 30 now, $30 go. I got 25 now, 30 now, 25, 30 now, 25 now, 30. $25 now, 30 on the 10-karat gold now. What are you going to give her now? 25 now, 30. Skylar Dog's the leader now, 25 now, 30. The leader of the pack. $25 now, $30 go. What do you think now? We're going to let Skylar Dog take it now. 25 now, 30 now, 25, 30 now, 25, 30. Fair warning. $25 now, $30 go now. 25, 30 now, 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 35. I got 30 over here now, 35 now, 30 now, 35 now, 30 now, 35. $30 now, 35. I got 30 now, 35 now, 30 get 35. 30 now, 35. I got 30 now, 35 now, 30 now, 35. Take a look at the little bird flying through the air. I got 35 now, 40 now, 35, 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 40. Yeah, the 18-wheeler. Michelle's like, yeah, I would have got 3 26-footers for that house. I got 35 now, 40 now, 35, 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 40. 35, 40 now to go now, 35, 40 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 now, 35, 40. $35 now, $40 go now, 35, 40. 35, 40. 35, $40 go now, 35, 40 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 now, 35, 40, 40 now, yeah, 35 now, 40. Fair warning. 40. 45. I got 49, 45. I got 49, 45, 49, 45, 49, 45, 49, 45, 49, 45. Down at 49, 45. Skylar, you're out. 49, 45, now 49, 45, now 49, 45, now 49, 45. At least I got a chance to practice some auctioning. Not too bad. Sometimes I think I lose my touch. I got 49, 45, 49, 45. Yeah, 40 over here now, 45. 49, 45, 49, 45. Yeah, Skylar Dog now. What are you thinking now? 49, 45. I got for debit 49, 45. 49, 45. Fair warning now, 49, 45. Nice little piece right there. 10-karat gold, brand new now. What do you give her now? 49, 45, 49, 45, 49, 45. And you can watch it get found in the video. 49, 45, 49, 45, 49, 45, 49, 45, 49, 45. Last and final call. 49, 45. What do you think of Skylar Dog? In or out? 49, 45, 49, 45, 49, 45. All in, all done. 49, 45. Let me know. I'm typing it in. I don't want you to lose it if you want it. 49, 45, 49. She can't do no more. I got 49, 45, 49, 45, 49, 45. Fair warning. All in, all done. 49, 45. Selling it. Sold. Deb. Sold. Of course, my pen dies. Let me grab a new pen. Yay. Great. Bye, Deb. And we still got the free gold. The V for victory. So, if you're a member, what we're going to do, let's see. We'll pick a number for this giveaway. Let's see. What are we going to do? A number. Hold on. I didn't think of it yet. Free gold. You know, guys, I love giving away gold and silver and money. And where's that one thing at? We're going to be giving this away sooner or later. That's going to be one of our grand prizes for members at the end of the year. This is all gold. You want to talk about weight? There's pendants on there. There's a little, there's charms, all kinds of stuff, all that. One money. It won't be any money. It'll be free 99. But that's going to go to a member at the end of the year. And that's why I give out free videos, Jen. And I understand not everyone can afford the memberships. And I said the people that do, I appreciate everybody that watches all the videos. And I appreciate the members too. They just help, like I said, help the content be even better. And so I appreciate everybody, though. You watch the videos, and I understand not everyone can be a member. And so, and just don't get upset about the members, though. Remember, the members make the videos better. And, I try to put out minimum 3 free videos a week plus a free live every week. So now we got to pick a number here. 14 karat gold V necklace. Let's see. Or I should say pendant, not necklace. Pendant. Let's see. What numbers do I want to do between today? Ooh, I think I'm going to do this number. Let's see. Okay, I got the number. And it's going to be between 700 and 800. I know. I got to try to figure out how to give out memberships myself. I don't know if I can, though. I'd like to give people free memberships here and there. But there's a way sometimes people do gift out memberships, everybody. So, but if you want to win now, what are you going to give now? I got 700, 777, 778, 701, 768. We haven't got the number yet. Nope. Don't forget, everyone, hit that thumbs up. Help out the channel if you can. Let's see, 729, 710, 722. No. Oh, 800. That was a good guess, but that's not it. I should do one of those on the very outside of the spectrum there. Man, 799, 715, 714. I haven't seen it yet. 750. But, sometimes I do miss them, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go back and check. But right now, I have not seen the number come through. Nope. Between 700, 800 now. What are you going to give her? What do you say? This is free gold. Free 99. Members are guessing. I mean, what's better than giving away free gold? Free gold. It's like, some people spend all day out there panning. They'll get this little piece of gold. They're like, yeah, you free, do nothing. Bam. You get this already made into a V or whatever, a bird, whatever you want that to be. Don't let your imagination go wild. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at the numbers. Oh, my gosh. I don't think I've seen it yet, but let me go back. Let's see. Boom. Trying to think, when should I go back here? Okay, I'm going to go back right there. Make sure no one said the number. I haven't seen it yet. I was talking for a minute. I get distracted easily. I'm like a dog. Squirrel. That was funny, someone. I like that one. 567. They probably meant to say it's 767. I just like that. I was thinking outside the box. Ooh, that was close, but that's not it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Man, I went all the way back for nothing. I bet you I missed it, but you guys probably already said it. Well, I'm going back looking at all these old ones. Okay. Going all the way back to the bottom. I haven't seen it yet. I'm still looking. And sometimes you guys usually get it so quickly. Always shocks me when it takes this long. I mean, it's like, man, they're so quick. Gold 99. Man. All right, that's the first time I've seen it. But let's keep looking. Now I got to look for everybody above Skylar Dog at 742. Just to show you. Wrote the number down, circled it. Did anyone say it before Skylar Dog? 742. If you guys said it before Skylar Dog, let me know. We don't want to give away gold unfairly. I'm not perfect. So this is the unofficial winner of the gold V for victory giveaway. Ooh. Anyone arguing with the 742 by Skylar Dog? Did anyone else say 742? Dun, 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 dun. I don't see anyone else. Oh. What's up, TDK? So I think Skylar Dog's our winner. She just won gold, TDK. I'm giving away free gold. Unbelievable. So I think Skylar Dog got it. Anyone argue that? Let me know. My head hurts from looking at all those numbers. Oh, my gosh. Cross-eyed. Skylar Dog. Wow. That's pretty awesome. I just can't believe they won't let me show my lots. I didn't know that StreamYard changed over. Thanks, Suzanne, for confirming. I appreciate it. Wow, wow, wow. So, that house, though, we got a lot to talk about. The $10 unit. I mean, let's talk about that thing. One is I didn't think I would ever win it for $10. There was one box that said pistols on it. You could see it in the picture. Nobody bid on it. And there was, I think it's one of those ones like if you bid in the last 3 minutes, it adds time. So I waited down. I bid at 3-minute mark. It was no one bid on it. $10. I ended up winning the unit. Go to the place. I had to pay him $9 and something for the storage unit. And the guy didn't have change. And so I actually gave the guy more than I was supposed to the first time ever for a storage unit. Now, the unit was dirty, filthy, dusty, sitting there for every box that said 1990 on it. So I'm assuming the lady packed up everything, boom, put it into the storage facility. If you guys didn't see the video, it's yesterday's video. I know why most people didn't buy it because it looked like it was going to be a lot of work. The boxes were collapsing, falling apart. The one box just looked horrible. And I didn't know where the unit was going to go. The pistols ended up being 2 awesome air pistols. And I sold them both at auction. I could have probably got more money if I put them on eBay, but at auction, I did pretty decent with them. I paid $10 for the unit. So it's one of those ones, turn and burn it and move it on. There's a couple other cool things in the unit. Lots of stuff like, why did someone spend all this time and money keeping the stuff in a storage unit where all the good stuff, well, at least in my opinion, good stuff, could have been put in like one box. But I love these kind of units because it shows you that you don't need to spend $1,000 or $5,000 or $20,000 to buy a storage unit and make money. Oh, we got J&J in. TDK, what's up? What's up? And there's so many different ways to make money in this business. And sometimes the cheap units I love just to take that gamble, just to show people. Before it rains, not flash flood. Well, we don't want any of that. Too much flash flood over the holidays there. Pray for all those people in Texas, that's for sure. And yeah, mouse nest. There was definitely a mouse nest, but that happens. I mean, a storage unit that's untouched and sits there for that long, just the mice somehow they'll get in there, find a way, make a nest, and man. There's just so much, with those kind of units, it could go either way. Sometimes I've had units that, when they're that old and they are awesome. And then there's ones that's like, that one was decent. For $10, it was good. If it was more than $10, it wouldn't be that great. If you spend $100, $200 on the unit, yeah. But for $10, it was good. And just to see and be able to share with all you that type of unit, I love it. It's just because what did these people store? Why did they store this stuff? Why? I ask that all the time. Why? You just don't know. And now the house I'm doing out in Marblehead, the family's just like, we found pay stubs from 1950s and all this stuff. Is like, why? Why did you keep all this stuff? And I understand, especially people of the Depression era, they kept a lot of stuff because, when you go through and have nothing, everything seems to have some kind of value later on, and I can understand that. And then some people just like stuff and hoarding stuff. And so we got sold some gold, gave away gold. Man. Yes, we'll definitely pray for the flood victims. And it's just so sad. Yeah, it's just thing about life, man. You just don't know. And, that happened in, 30 minutes or something. All of a sudden, there's a huge wall of water coming. Just don't know. So don't put off anything you ever say, I'm going to put it off or anything else, And, obviously you can't do everything you want to do, but enjoy your life while sometimes you wait and then you never get to enjoy it. And it's like I just did the one auction for the family, and the guy had a huge collection of Star Wars stuff. And the guy was 50 years old, passed away. Boom, like that. And it was very difficult, with his mom and dealing with, just that situation where you have to deal with your son who you never thought you would have to, everyone always thinks you outlive your kids, and when you have to bury one of your own kids, I couldn't even imagine that. I don't ever want to imagine that. So 0 to 27 feet in 45 minutes. Wow. What changed on StreamYard, TDK? Well, they won't let me play my video now without, I have to upgrade, basically. They said you can play one video without upgrading. And so I try to play my one video, and they won't even let me play my one video. It says, the free plan comes with one example video. If you'd like to share your own videos, check out with upgrade plans. See what to get by upgrading. Well, how am I going to upgrade in the middle of a live stream? I mean, that's their plan. You want me to upgrade in the middle of a live stream? Hold on, everybody. Let me upgrade this real quick. So, yeah, StreamYard. Everyone's trying to make more money. More money. More money. That's what I need to do. Start my own StreamYard. But yeah, I mean, water is one of those things you just, like any kind of flooding. I lived in Florida, and I had to live through 2 hurricanes, and I saw what the flooding could do, and that was only Category 1 hurricane. And, just the water is so powerful. It's like people underestimate the strength of water. I mean, that's crazy. It is, it moves cars. It can destroy buildings. It's like whole houses just gone. No problem. Like in seconds. It's like water is just so powerful. There's nothing that can stop it when you have that force, like when that tsunami came and this horrible thing in Texas. And there's nothing you can do. It's just, if you're in the way of that water, you try to get the highest possible place possible. But a lot of times the water is just moving so fast, it just like will slam you into something. And that's what happens. And then you get stuck or crushed, and it's just horrible. Horrible. So, like I said, appreciate the life we got. The time you got, and you just don't know. And we'll see. I don't know if we're gonna have Hales on. We have Conky on, Roy on. We'll see who jumps on tonight. And OBS is good for streaming deals and deals and dust. Okay. I'll have to look into, obviously, another streaming. Like I said, I don't really need StreamYard. I see someone kind of backstage, but says the device is not connected. What's going on? Dun, dun. What happens if I can't bring other people on? Oh. It says device not connected. Are you guys ready for the man, the myth, the legend of diecast, Mr. Conky?
Hello.
How do you like that intro?
That is one hell of an intro.
You're one hell of a person.
I was trying to get my phone to sync with the computer so I could get the link over and join. I had to email it to myself so I could be here today, but nice. Here I is.
We appreciate you here, you is. And StreamYard now they won't even let me play a video anymore without upgrading.
I gave up StreamYard. I'm using
I'm gonna have you teach me on this Streamlabs. What's it called?
Streamlabs.
Streamlabs
is what it's called. It's weird though, because I haven't figured out how to do the thing with like bringing people in as guests. Oh. So far, I've only figured out how to do like my own live with like different cameras and stuff like that. What it was StreamYard because I have the Eddie cam here because people like to see our dog while we're on our live, and to keep the Eddie cam was going to cost me almost $900 a year. And I went over to Streamlabs and it's like, well, here's the extra, you can put the extra camera on there or whatever. And I haven't given them a dime yet.
Well, that's good. Someone was saying OBS is another good one. I don't know. We'll have to check it out. So Streamlabs, OBS. So how you doing, Cons?
So far, so good. I I get all these outbid notices from people outbidding me on the stuff I'm bidding on your auction. I wish I would stop getting those.
I was we had the videos came out. You see those?
Yeah, I saw those.
So I put the videos out, and videos never do justice, you know.
No, in fact, I looked at the videos again to make sure I was bidding on everything that I saw, and you guys must have more stuff there that you haven't put up yet.
Dude, Conky, there's so much stuff.
There's
my other fear is always like, did we forget something? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's always, I got to go back. I'm just always afraid, like, did we forget a tote here or a box here? You know what I'm saying? There could be a spot, there could be 3 boxes that have stuff that we looked at, and then they're still at the house because there was just so much stuff there.
Yeah, I mean,
because they would go through and I would go back through and I would grab a whole bunch more stuff.
Well, there's one piece I'm really hoping they grabbed.
Okay.
And I don't know if I should tell you about it on the live or wait till afterwards to
sign language, Conky.
Tell you.
Text it to me.
Huh?
Text it to me.
Let me see if I can do that.
Or you can tell me what it was, huh? Everyone's going to outbid you on it now?
Well, I mean, I don't know if anybody else is going to want it just because I do.
If you want it, Conky.
Let's see if I can if this will work.
You can always screenshot it or something. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that house, ladies and gentlemen, you just don't get a chance to see houses like that. Also, most of the time, you don't even get a chance to talk to someone like this.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It was nice hanging out with you guys. Got to go.
Oh my gosh. Can't go yet. You know why?
Chicken thigh.
No, you got to at least say hi to him.
Well, he's gone.
Did you kick me out already?
It was like,
hi. Out?
Yeah, hi. Bye.
Oh.
Echo.
That's me.
Is it me again?
Of course. But let me see.
Right,
I'll tell you.
No. Let me figure it out here.
I think it was
better.
I don't hear any echo now.
Echo?
Okay.
No.
Everything is good?
Yep. Of course, we can't hear Roy now.
Are you talking about the heavy metal one, Conky?
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I seen that.
Okay.
Who was bidding on the unit with the sit-down Pac-Man machine in it that got canceled tonight?
I was looking at it. That's the second or third. Actually, was that you, Roy? I talked to. Was that? No, that was Jack. I showed him that unit because I showed him. I said I looked at this unit before, and then it got canceled. I said I bet you it gets canceled again, and I didn't get a chance to look at it again.
It got canceled an hour before Fostoria, Ohio.
This is the second or third time I think it's been canceled that I've seen it.
Did you see those units this week in Hudson?
Oh, shoot. Did they go off already? Or did they get canceled?
The ones in Hudson?
I feel like there, what was it, 2 units?
There were 2 units in Hudson.
I did see
I feel like I was watching one, but I didn't see it close.
Well, if you want to keep watching, you gotta go to What the Hales. So done with one of them already. It was pretty epic.
Awesome.
Nice.
And the second one, holy crap! You guys are gonna crap your pants. It's gonna be released tomorrow.
Awesomeness.
I did okay.
It's only okay, and I'm gonna crap my pants. I mean, I disagree with that just a little bit, just a little.
Do you just crap your pants over okay things normally, Roy?
Yeah, I mean, come on, yeah, exactly.
I was speaking from my own experience.
Sorry,
I crap all the time. When I have
That's why you gave us diapers.
We needed them too.
Oh man,
that's awesome though. I'm glad you bought it.
I got those, and it was hot. Kaylin and I were loading them up on Monday, Tuesday, whichever day it was. Man, we were dying. It was so hot, and I got 2 of them, same location, manager is so nice and so sweet. She's such a good manager, and they turned out okay.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, the Fostoria though, it looks an interesting one.
I was going for it. I wasn't gonna let anybody else have it tonight, but they got canceled. They paid up.
Well, that's good then.
This means look for it later.
I haven't bought
Where
anything.
was that? Locker Fox?
Bid 13.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I think I haven't bought anything for 2 weeks, man. I think the AA is working.
Well, that's horrible. We should quit then.
You gotta buy something.
I think
Rob not buying something for 2 weeks, that's crazy. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's
It's
end
unheard of.
times right there. I mean, I just can't imagine that being true.
Are you just overwhelmed right now?
No, I had the holiday, and I did go and do I did try to take a little time off with the family. Of course, I was editing during that time, but you know how that goes. And then I have a lot of stuff from this house that Conky stopped at. Phenomenal amount of stuff, but they're starting there right now. There's areas in the warehouse where I could probably fit 2 or 3 10 by 15, 10 by 20s, maybe 2. So I'm back to where I can buy. I mean, I could have bought stuff, but I was really looking for something that I really wanted, you know. And then I haven't found anything I guess I should have bought these units in Hudson, obviously, but
Man, tomorrow's I opened the tote and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, holy cow.
yeah, I was editing in the pool. It's fun editing in the pool, but you just gotta be careful, you know. Like I try to like walk around the edge, and then I'll set my phone down and then go like underwater and come back up, and then I gotta dry my hands off with a towel because you know, like the phone, if it gets water on it, it don't work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It starts going crazy.
So is this the pool at your house that you keep saying you're going to have a pool party one day?
Yeah, or just come and crash it.
Dude, I was going to today.
How about what is it? Saturday gonna be super hot, man?
I don't know. Today
Last
was, but
Saturday
then
was.
all of a sudden the sky fell out over here, man. So my uncle came over. He wanted to go out to lunch, so we went out to lunch, and then all of a sudden, while we were in lunch, torrential downpour, and my uncle picked me up and drove, and so it was like, I don't know, man. Everybody was in the restaurant, like they were huddling, just watching. I was like, well, I said, if we don't leave now, it may get worse, not better. So then I was like, all right, let's just run for it. Okay, so you guys know the Winking Lizard parking lot. Every single one of you have been there, right? So we went to the Winking Lizard. We got a pizza. And can you imagine the Winking Lizard? Okay, you know the Cuyahoga River is right on the other side of the parking lot. Can you imagine the parking lot with 5 inches deep of water? So I went, I go, let's run for it. And then we started running, and within a couple steps, we were in 5 inches deep of water.
Oh man, that's horrible.
5 inches, and we're both like, our shoes are soaked. It was crazy, man.
But that wasn't from the river rising that fast. That was just from the rain falling that fast.
It was the rainfall. It didn't get to the river. It was the rainfall. And you know where the handicap parking is? I mean, it's right there by the door.
Yeah.
That's where he parked. So he's there. My aunt and uncle are handicapped. So we were right there in the handicap parking. Like, it's not like we were in a hole somewhere. We were on flat ground, 5 inches of standing water.
Man, it came down hard because the marble had it drizzled for like 2 seconds and then it stopped.
Yeah, same in Berea.
Wild.
Like we barely got anything.
Yeah, it rained a little bit here, but not anything that.
Well, you are in the secondary snow belt.
South of us, like Medina, where we go deal with teaching people stuff, right?
Yeah.
They got a downpour. So I had a guy who was coming in to talk to us, and he got a downpour, and he came in a little bit late because it was that bad. And
that's the same weather hitting by the Winking Lizard.
Had to be the same. It probably came up north and hit me.
So
no one went to the live auction today?
Oh man,
live
I
auction
forgot all
video?
about that.
I mean,
But it was only one unit.
not really one
Dyna.
unit.
Yeah, there's one unit in Medina, 6x10. Unbelievable. No, I'm joking. I didn't go.
I didn't go.
I was gonna send
I
Jack.
mean, it was one unit, like, but I forgot.
There's been my whole life. I think there's been 2 good units there that I could think of, maybe 3. And I've been to like almost every auction. Almost all of them are always garbage, just garbage. But
One of them canceled. Was it Marshallville or was it Worcester?
Worcester.
Okay.
Yeah, it was canceled. I don't know. Marshallville probably got canceled, but maybe not. But just so hard to drive like 2 hours for one unit, you know. I've done it.
He said nothing there.
I've done it. Don't get me wrong, but it's tough to do it. The worst is when you go and the unit's just like garbage, and it's just like,
Yeah.
The worst is when you spend $500 and the unit's filled with rocks. That's the worst.
that is pretty bad.
There is some a little bit of new news about the rock unit though.
Uh-oh.
Oh, was that?
There was one rock in there
Was
that was extremely heavy. Extremely 137 pounds.
Gold?
That's it.
And it was about the size of a large bucket of popcorn.
That's
and
it.
So I contacted the Ohio. I can't remember. I'd have to look at the email to see if we could identify it and see what it is. Because when I ground off, it was like a big black rock. It looked like it was charred. And when I ground off a little corner of the black charring, it was a dull silver color. So it's either a rock or some sort of mineral, or there's an off chance it could be a meteorite.
You mean the crazy homeless guy that was stealing all the rocks from businesses and personal home landscaping might have actually found a meteorite?
It's possible. I'd like to know where he got the thing, but I did send a picture.
A shopping cart?
No, he was. You don't remember? He had a baby carrier that you attached to your bike, and he was loading them in the baby carrier and then putting them in the unit.
So somewhere I thought it was a shopping cart. Yeah, it makes
that'd be one heavy baby.
I am so glad
I'm waiting to see what that thing is.
How the heck did the guy lift 100-some pound rock?
137 pounds is what that.
That's a lot of weight. Dead weight. That's a lot.
Yeah, you know how it got onto Conky's truck.
Christian,
those guns.
Yeah, it was Christian.
Patience. They
probably it was probably Christian and Patience. I was probably like, hey, can you guys lift that? I can't.
What's funny is you can go back to the rock video and you can see it sitting in the back of the truck in a couple places.
Oh, did you go back and look?
Yeah, I did, because I wanted to see if I could see it in the video.
So here's the crazy thing of all of that, though. Like Conky, were you there that day? I know I wasn't when the auction happened because it was public storage. It was.
Oh yeah, I was there.
And I know Lisa actually was there, and I wasn't because I was working.
I wasn't there.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I know she was
bidding against
interested in it. And then the two of you got into it, and she's like, And then, anybody could have ended up buying it if it didn't go where it went. You know what I mean? If you two hadn't gotten into a bidding war about it, I mean, who knows who could have got it, and it could have ended up on somebody else's channel.
I always think about
deal with it.
If I did buy it, what would I have done with all these rocks?
I'd have been there for.
I always think like in my head, like, what would I have done with if I would have bought this unit? What would I have done with all these rocks? I don't know.
I gotta take this. This is my lawyer. Sorry.
So that is a crazy. It was a crazy unit.
I mean, you'd have just called me, and I'd have showed up with a dump truck and did the same thing. You know.
Yeah, I guess I could have done that. I wasn't even thinking about that. It was
it could have been one of those units you put on Facebook Marketplace though, and like, hey, first one to come and get it. I mean, people like those kind of rocks for landscaping. I mean,
that's what I would have used them for.
But that was the funniest part of the whole thing. She told Jeremy before the auction that was the one to get. That was the high value unit of the day. and we were loading up all these. I mean, we must have been there already he was there for several hours before I got there. And then I got there, and we were loading up these rocks. You could tell that Jeremy was about broken in half. And this woman comes around the corner and says, "Oh, these rocks are worth a lot of money. They're worth a lot of money." I thought he was.
You thought Jeremy was going to snap?
The veins popping out of Jeremy's forehead at that point. I thought they were really going to pop out. I thought he was going to kill her.
Sorry about that. Somebody's in the process of getting served right now. So I had to take that call.
Who's knocking on my door? Wait a second here. Wait,
What'd you do, Rob?
Rutherford?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Pizza!
man.
Pizza! I didn't order pizza. Wait.
There
Here's
was
this
an
box
old-
of pizza. You open
Here's
up.
the
There's
box.
paper.
You got served.
Like, hey,
They run
comic,
to the car.
I got
You're like, I don't
comic.
want this pizza. I didn't order it.
Oh yeah.
Have any of
Free
you ever
comics.
seen the British comedy that came out I think it came out in the late 60s or early 70s called Are You Being Served?
Mm-mm.
Hilarious. But you've got to be able to appreciate British humor to find it funny. But
I like
that's what that reminded me of when Jeremy with his people running from this service processor. Are you being served?
Are you being served? Oh my gosh. That'd be hilarious though. The door is just knocking. They're like, "Here you go." I like the pizza idea. I just thought of that. I was like, I'm assuming that someone's already done it.
I think I saw Seth Rogen did that in a movie.
That's
He's a
probably right.
process server, and isn't that Pineapple Express? He's a pineapple server or a process server.
It might be. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie forever.
I'm pretty sure that's what.
But did the guy at least get the pizza with the papers? I mean, I can handle being served. Just don't tease me with a pizza and not give me a pizza.
Good point.
You know?
Yeah, you're like, oh, just this pizza, man. Man, so Hale's got 2 awesome units. Roy, he's got something in the pipeline that might be awesome coming down. What you got going on, Conky?
Yeah.
Anything awesome?
Few things, yeah.
How's the building?
Well, I mean, we're supposed to start digging next week, but I don't know what that means. But we'll see how far we get. Right now, the hope is
Did you just say digging?
digging.
Oh, digging. Okay.
Who's we?
Yeah, who's we?
You
You
and
and
Noreen,
Noreen?
or is it gonna be Noreen with the shovel and you supervise him?
No, what I should do is I should take my own backhoe out there. I've got a little backhoe attachment for my skid steer. I should have just taken that out there and started, but we're going to be, like I said, hopefully starting digging next week for the foundation walls.
How far you got to dig down?
We're going to go down like 4 feet, but on the downhill side, we're only going to have to go down like a couple feet, and then we'll put the foundation in there, and then we'll build up because we got to build that side up with material, so we don't have to go as far down on the one side. But we're putting in an actual foundation wall, so it's going to be poured, and then we're going to put the floor in, and that's going to be heated. And I'm just hoping by the time we get it all in, I still have time to build the winter. Well, see, I can build the building in the winter. You can't do anything with the cement in the winter.
Yeah.
So if wintertime rolls around, we're out there, with our gloves on, standing up, the red iron of the building, then so be it.
Yeah, you gotta get the footer and then the concrete poured.
Yep. But if we can get that done, I won't let anything stop me from building
Well,
the
first,
building.
I guess you got to do plumbing and then pour the concrete.
Well, I mean, it's not going to have any plumbing as far as.
Well, I'm
You know,
saying,
like
I don't know how
bathroom.
you run the water through the floor.
Yeah, we got to put that in.
I'm assuming it's like piping or something.
It's like a PEX tubing. You put you put material down to level it off, and then you put insulation, and then you put it's like a plastic template that you route the tubing in. It holds the tubing, and then you pressurize the tubing with an air compressor while you're pouring the cement. Because if you're pouring cement and the pressure drops, you got a problem with the tubing. You got to, stop and figure it out. And then you do that again while they're cutting the the lines in the floor. And if you get the lines cut in the floor without the pressure dropping, then you haven't damaged your tubing.
And you never want to damage your tubing.
No, not once you stop pouring it.
No, do not damage the tubing.
You do that and you're screwed.
You don't want to smash your tubing either.
Well, the tubing doesn't smash easily, but it does cut pretty good if you hit it with a saw. So.
Oh no, you don't want to cut your tubing.
No.
So are you doing that, or is Noreen cutting the tubing for you?
I'm gonna have her do it. That way, there I can blame her if anything goes wrong.
Good idea.
Okay.
See?
But
See how that works?
she's doing it. Nothing's gonna go wrong, so you don't have to worry about it.
Then there you go. I don't have anything to worry about. If I do it, I'll screw it up for sure.
Mess around and cut it too short.
Yeah, it's 1 inch too short. The whole thing's trash because I cut it an inch too short.
Oh man, measure twice, cut once. Conky.
Yeah.
Conky, the last thing Noreen is going to want is that tubing an inch too short. So
That'd be all
make sure you get it right.
I could no.
He ain't saying nothing.
I'm saying
Next
nothing.
thing you know, he's gonna be at McDonald's in a ball pit. That's all I
I'm
can
not
say.
Next
saying
thing you
anything.
know, Noreen's going to be down in the basement making out with him in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh man.
I think she's watching upstairs. I don't know what she's doing.
Oh my goodness. Well, I know what she's going to be doing. I know what she's going to be doing later tonight. Cutting tubing.
Yep. There you go.
I mean, it's obvious. Hopefully not 1 inch too short.
She's been putting up with 1 inch too long all these years.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh man. Noreen's gonna come in and pour water over him now.
Now, just so anybody who is out there, trust me on this. If Noreen was in this chat right now, she would blow us out of the water with inappropriate. You would think we were little children compared to her inappropriateness. So.
Yeah.
She's like this. It's like we're like if you were like, it's like she come out,
We're
she's like
here.
George Carlin or
I'm getting hit with tubing.
there we
She's
go.
hitting him with tubing.
Oh,
my goodness.
oh.
Hey, why am I full
13?
screen right now?
because you got hit with tubing. Man.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Noreen can take it to levels we can only dream about.
Stop.
You wish it was a 1 inch too short now, Conky.
Yeah, but you do, don't you, Conky?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Where else are you gonna see someone get attacked by tubing?
That's the funniest thing about Noreen. You're like, man, she is so nice, polite,
Yeah.
and
And she'll say something, and you're like,
and then she can take an inappropriate joke to the highest heights,
Oh yeah.
and you're just like, I like that lady.
Well, she'll take it to that height to the point where Conky is as red as that thing behind him.
Yeah.
He can't even talk because he's laughing so hard. You don't even know what to do because Noreen went like this. Wing! And Conky's like, oh, he's even taken off guard.
We work it up in increments,
Right.
and Noreen just starts up here. So.
Oh, she's
No sense in beating around. Just take it there from the start. And
she's the queen, man. She's the queen.
Yeah, she is.
She's like, bam.
Yeah, she is. That's the funniest part.
I'll say as kind of a newbie to it, yes, I agree 100%. It is surprising. That's for sure.
It takes you off guard at first.
Right.
Yeah, because you're like,
until you
yeah,
know
yeah,
her, and then you're
exactly.
like, oh. And then it's always the best because she'll just get you. I mean, you just start dying laughing because you're just.
Oh,
like,
she'll crack you up like nobody else.
yeah, I would say she put me in tears more than anyone I could think of. That's for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I'll just start laughing so hard because it's just so funny. I'm putting in tears now just thinking about some of the times. It's
And
like,
Conky will start blushing. Oh my goodness.
that's the best because Conky will start laughing and he's like starts eyes tearing up. He's turning red as a beet. And,
Yeah, well, that's
Noreen and Mayor Dan's cousin. Those two would get along perfect.
Mayor Dan's cousin's worse than Noreen. Okay,
I
I did not
don't know if I met her.
You didn't tell everybody she tried to take me home. She wanted my jumbo dog 4th of July night, did you?
Well, now we did.
Oh my goodness. It was funny. It was funny.
You had. I
It was
guess
funny.
you probably saw some of it on the members live you did there, but
well, I wasn't. The cameras were off at that point. Like she was going crazy.
Oh man,
hilariously crazy.
It's just funny.
Yeah, she's something else.
I don't think I got to meet her yet. Thank God. Oh, it's good or bad.
Yeah, that was something else.
Shell says his females on his channel measured 3 times, cut once.
Oh goodness.
Oh, it's just funny. Oh man, I can't wait to see these units you got.
Yeah, definitely.
Today's video, there's 3 on the first one. I paid $880 or $860 for it. And trying to remember. Oh, so what I saw is there was a trunk up front that had a lock on it, and there were 2 other little mini trunks that had locks on it. And then there was a bag that had a lock on it. Then the file cabinet was locked. And I was like, you know what? And then I saw cut locks on the ground. So this thing's gone up for auction twice already. And there's locks on stuff. There's got to be something there. There's got to be. And so there was, and there is. And I've done 3 videos on it. Today was the last. We finished it up today. And then the second unit, what I saw was an old Cleveland Browns helmet lamp. And I went, man, if this guy has got a Cleveland Browns helmet lamp, then there's sports collectibles. And if there's sports collectibles, then there's other collectibles. And I was right. I was very.
2 questions. Did you see the one that just went off yesterday from Northfield?
Yes, the one that was covered in plastic and the plaster was falling over it. Did you get that?
No. I wish, but no. I forgot about it actually. I was looking at it, but I forgot when it closed.
I liked it, but I don't know. I was on the fence on that one.
So I was the same as Rob. I was like, holy cow, all this plaster has fallen. Moisture, humidity has gotten in here. There's plastic over it. Do I see anything of value, even though there was clear totes in the back? And even then, I couldn't make out anything. And then the price went to like 800, 900.
I think it sold for like 870. Last I saw it was like around 770 or something, but it sold for like 870.
Yeah, because I think I was saying to myself, maybe $500 or so. I'll go in on it, and then it went over that, and I was like, I liked it. I didn't like it that much, and the dresser was like a poor quality dresser, and you could see the one drawer was open. You can't tell what was in there, and then like on top of it, it looked like maybe like a bed bug can or something. So then I'm like, this stuff, I don't know. I was on the fence.
Actually, I looked up the Hot Shot, and it wasn't a bed bug can. Bed bug cans are purple.
Really?
So yes.
I thought the can was a roach can. Is that what it was?
No, it was just a bug can, which is interesting because I did go and look that up. Unfortunately, doing Medicare, and not if anybody's on Medicare, that's a big thing. But I was in appointments doing outside sales for over a decade, and depending on where you went, you just didn't know if they were, what the situation was. So I've come across it. The bottom line is purple cans are bed bugs. That can I did look up, and I wanted to make sure that wasn't the case. And it was just in regards to bugs like spiders, ants, in regards to bugs. But I thought about that.
I was thinking this could be bed bugs, fleas, something like that. It looked like a bomb can.
But fleas and bed bugs fall under the same thing. So that's going to be a purple can. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, but that's still
kind of like they're color coded. What's that?
I'm not scared though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's weird that the can was just out and everything else was covered with plastic as all the plaster was falling down from the ceiling.
Right.
Maybe
I felt it was like
in the unit.
Vintage, old lady, and I was thinking jewelry, but
depending on where if that was Florida, I would have been all over it because that's a guarantee. That was a guarantee. In Northeast Ohio, I was really bouncing back and forth. Like
I was too. You couldn't make out what was in those back totes, and it was like
nothing. You couldn't.
Yeah.
you know, and they were clear, but you could see stuff in them. I'm like, I don't know. I was like, it's a tough one, man.
It was
Sometimes
interesting, at least to say the least. It was intriguing.
Very intriguing.
it's easy to buy it when it's like, you know, a few $100s, but when it gets up 5, 7,
Yeah.
800, you know what I'm saying? Then you're at a point like, okay, I'm going to have $1,000. And by the time I drive out there, buyer premium and all this other stuff, it's like, okay, now you got to like, you hope it's good at that point because you're hoping you get some good stuff on there. But like you said, Jeremy, there was nothing that you seen in there like, okay, this is money. Anything worth value. You didn't see one thing in there saying, I could sell that and make money.
And that's the thing. We're all in the same boat. I think I can say this for all of us. None of us can afford to lose large sums of money. And $870, that's a large sum of money. And if we end up paying $870 and it all goes to the dump, it's all trashed, that's a really bad day for all of us. We are responsible for people who rely on us to take care of them, to pay them so they can pay their bills. And I can't afford to lose any money. And that's a large sum of money.
I was trying to explain that to Jack too. It's like where the unit's located, like that one, at least it's close. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you got to drive 2 hours, 3 hours or something. So, you know, that's one thing. So, you know, it cuts down the cost and things, but I was telling them, you know, every storage unit buyer will tell you, oh, I made all this money off this unit or whatever else, but I never heard anyone ever add in like their labor. You know, it's like people are always like, "Well, I bought the unit for $800. I sold everything for $5,000." Blah blah blah. No one ever said, "Well, yeah, I bought the unit for $800, and then I got $2,400 in labor, and I sold everything for $5,000." You know, no one ever puts that part in.
Yeah,
because I told Lisa recently the other week, I'm like, when it comes to like our labor goes up. You know, the more we could be doing something else, the more valuable our time becomes. So, you know, if you could value your time right now at $35 an hour, right? In 2 years, if you really have your business going, now it's $100 an hour because of the fact that, you know, to take your time away from going to figure out whether or not it's a value or not, you know, it's just crazy, you know. And I think that's us right now this year. I've realized that if we hit $1,000 on a unit, like it doesn't turn out as great as we want it. But if we stay under $1,000 a unit, you know, I mean, they tend to work out. So we've really been pressing that whole idea this year. Like, if it's going to hit towards 1,000, like, we're not, you know, we got to stop, you know, just because, I mean, it just doesn't for us in the long run make money. It just doesn't.
I remember my first job, Roy, and I think I was making $6.25 an hour. I was a young kid who thought he knew something but knew nothing, right? And we think of, you know, young kids, we think manual.
That was your first job, $6, and man.
Actually, no, I apologize. That's my first job that wasn't driving a speedboat. My first job during the summer was driving a speedboat on Kelly's Island, $65 a week.
Yeah,
that was
you're driving a speedboat and you're a kid. It was like getting paid to have fun.
I'm a kid.
Right.
I didn't have a driver's license, but they were letting me drive a speedboat. Okay. So I remember
65. Wow.
I remember at one point somebody was making so much money. I'm like, man, you barely do anything. How do you make that much money? And they go, I don't make the money based on what I do. I make the money based on what I know. And that's where our money comes from now. You know, that manual labor, even though we still do it, anybody can do manual labor. That's just the reality of it. It's a non-skilled job. Okay. But to know what we know in our businesses and to succeed and grow the businesses, that's where our value goes up. It's here. It's not here, even though we use it. It's here. It's here. This is why people pay us the big bucks.
So if I could take a second and say something real quick, right? I'm just like thinking this over, right? If we go through that whole scenario of, you know, where the value is, funny enough, when we were in auction school teaching everybody about, you know, auctions and online auctions, right? When they asked us books we read, people we look up to, I noticed Jeremy was the only person to say Bible and Jesus, right? Which is pretty crazy because On the other side of the coin, I know when we go out to eat, first person to, pray before we eat, Rob. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, And I'm going to say right now, when we look at what we know between, that whole statement, at the end of the day, I put everything in front of God first. And I was telling Lisa this yesterday, like, no matter where we are in life right now, we're in this big struggle thing. We have dream, struggle, victory, dream, struggle, victory. And right now we're in this struggle. I won't even go through the whole ups and downs of the last couple months in trying to get our most sales in one sale done, or I'm sorry, our most lots in one sale done. But I always know that God's may not come when he calls, but he's always on time, so I'm thinking like these things through. And like today, like, I can't say it yet, but another step towards one of the biggest things we've ever accomplished. And I'll say one of the biggest because we did accomplish something previously, but it took a couple of years and 5 sales to get there. This is like the first time we're possibly going to ink a deal that could easily be north of $50,000 in sale. Awesome. Like, first time ever. And I know Rob's probably been there already before. Mark's talked about it before, doing an auction, and you're doing these museum and industrial auctions, and you're pulling in hundreds of thousands of dollars. And, we've started off with a lot of chattels. So, to be able to say just one small area of that could be worth 50,000 or more. And then we have a whole house to still liquidate. Like, it's a pretty exciting thing, and you got to stay. I'm going to throw it out there. You got to stay tuned to Recycle Avery's all in. We'll drop some videos, but it's one of those things where you're just like, all right, we keep chugging along. And then you have your down spots, but you're going to hit your good spots. You know what I mean? Just and then you hit your good spots and your highs until you can. And then, unfortunately it's ups and downs, but you got to win more than you lose or be up more than you're down. It's
just like the YouTube world, man. It's like the ups and downs, man. It's like the auction world, the storage unit world. It's always it's ups. Sometimes you're hitting it and sometimes you're not. Like I told you, Roy, there's been times I bought units and then like I'm just hitting all these units. And then it's like you get to a point sometimes you almost get a little cocky and then you get put back in your place by God or whatever else. Humble you because you're like, man, I just can't lose. Any unit I should be buying all the units right now. I'll be making all the money. Then you start buying all those units, then you get a dud or one or two, or they're just break even, or you're make a few
or it's filled with rocks,
or full of rocks, and they'll take you back down that notch where you need to be sometimes because you think you're better than you are, and sometimes. You get what you get, and sometimes you get put back in your place. And like
this is crazy, yeah.
I had a similar experience kind of thing where all of a sudden it's like boom, here's a bunch of stuff happening good, and there's stuff that happened bad, and then it just seems like okay, that happened, you dealt with it, and you did a good job, and okay, here's some positive in your life, and let's have good. I got that awesome contract with Conky, got to see there. I'm doing this awesome house in Marblehead, and.
Well, and to think back 5 years, Roy, you and Lisa were doing this, as a side hustle, and to grow to the point, this is your main hustle and you're hitting your goals. Like, how exciting is that?
It is bittersweet. I'll say that. It's very exciting. We both ran our own small companies and, independent businesses beforehand. So it's exciting, but then, we're still in that building stage, and it's a grind, and people don't get it though. It's funny because we just talked to a guy today. We've been interviewing because, again, I won't get into the craziness over the last couple of months, but, we're bringing in people. We're trying to bring in people differently. We're trying to cross train, stuff like that, really prepare them to actually be a part of the business and actually do more. And the reality is, the craziness is we want to be consistent building, but we have to stay building and have to stay not only consistent, but we have to keep feeding our mind to stay positive through all the ups and downs, because, at the end of the day, it's dream, struggle, victory. We dream to do this. We're doing it together. We're struggling. You know, we have our plateaus, we have our good stuff, and then, you know, we go back to, all right, you got to learn another lesson, and then you struggle a little bit to learn a lesson. And I mean, it's just kind of crazy how it's been happening, but it's exciting to get to the new plateaus. Let's put it that way. Very exciting. And it's exciting to be creative. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but that's the thing with this business, is how creative you can be. You know, you can do whatever you want to do. The question is, do you have the fortitude to go out and figure it out and do it? You know,
make it happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a million ways to
I
make
almost
money.
bought a car hauler the other day, by the way.
Car hauler?
Trailer. Yeah.
Trailer.
A single car hauler, but it's like, I had to pass on it. It was a good price. I should have did it just for the price when we sold it, but I want to eventually get to a point where, like, if I buy a car, classic car, like, I can pick it up, bring it back to the warehouse. Because one day I got to get me another project. I used to have a 1964 Plymouth Belvedere push button transmission that I was rebuilding that came straight from California with less than 25,000 miles on it. And I got it for $400 after a friend of mine wrecked it when they brought it here. And, you know, going through a struggle at that point in life, I was in my early 20s, and losing that and realizing if I could have just kept that, finished putting it together, because I figured out the parts, or, you know, how to find the parts. This is before all the internet we have now too. So, like that car right now, for the money I put and what I would have put into rebuilding it to roll it, that car easily, if I had just put a new gearbox on it and a front panel for the driver's side, the front fender, like, that car would be worth like $25,000 now. No rust. It was straight from California. It was in that great condition. Like, you just, you know, it's like those toys when we were younger and we shouldn't have opened, you know what I mean?
When we were young and dumb.
I'm shocked that Conky doesn't have like some kind of crazy classic car.
Well, I've had two. I've had a 69 Mercury Cougar, and I've had a 68 Mercury Cougar. And I that's always been my dream car. And I had the 69 and I had it stored in my brother-in-law's garage while I was gonna fix it up. And he wound up selling the house, and I had to get it out of there, so I had to sell the car. I made money on it, but I didn't want to make money on it. I wanted to fix it up and keep it for myself. And then I bought a 68, and I had that stored. It wasn't really stored. I mean, I was renting a garage that I was using as a workshop, and I lost the lease, so to speak, on that. And you know the story. I built my own garage. I've got enough room to keep a classic car now, but unfortunately there's
1,000 Tonkas in the way.
Well, there's a lot of Tonkas in the way, and
they're classic in themselves.
There's 1,000 Tonkas.
Yeah.
You know, it's not so much. You know, if I sold all the Tonkas, I could easily buy one of these Cougars again.
See,
it's just I'm at the point in my life now where I don't feel like I want to buy one that I need to restore. If I buy one now, I just want to buy one that's you know, either clean and never needed restored, or that's already been restored. You know what I mean? So that's easily $20,000 and up, depending on which version I'd get. So a dream car, I don't know if I'm ever going to get it, but I've reached a point where it's not as important to me anymore as it was when I bought the first two.
I understand. What about you, Hales?
Well, the question is, what's the dream car too, though? You know,
What's
I mean,
Hales'
I can't speak for everybody else, but like, I would love to have a few different cars, and they're not necessarily the dream car, but you know, I mean, they're classic cars. But
come on, you guys know my dream car, the Ecto 1.
There you
go. I want to drive an Ecto 1.
That'd be awesome. I get the Batmobile.
You remember Batman and Robin, and then Robin's like, I think it's Chris O'Donnell. Like, "Cause for Robin, love machine, baby." In the Batmobile.
So, which Batmobile though?
That's a good.
That's the question. Which era?
Oh,
if
it's
you
got to
watch
be
the original Batman series, like that would be the one I want. But I think no. Well, Conky probably was the only one that was around at that time.
Yeah, I mean that was a Lincoln Futura or something like that was modified into the Batmobile. I mean, if you're going to have a Batmobile, that's got to be the one.
It's either that one or the one in the Tim Burton '89 Batman, the super long black one.
Okay, so that one I believe is in Atlanta, Georgia. So years ago, this would have been maybe almost 15 years ago now. So Chick-fil-A has what they call a GAP program. If there's individuals who don't know what a GAP program is, it's between high school and college, and a lot of kids don't know what they want to do, whether they want to go to college or not. So Chick-fil-A started an accredited program, and it's a GAP program, and students would go there. And students, they had a day where students could bring their favorite mentor to the actual Chick-fil-A headquarters and to the school. And so Chick-fil-A fully paid for me to go. And I even have video in Kathy's office. He's got a life-size Willie Nelson. But the one thing he also has is a collection of cars. And that car that you're talking about, Tim Burton's, I have video of that. It was at Chick-fil-A headquarters. And so I have video of all of that. Yep.
I feel like most Batmobiles, unless you get into the Christian Bale age, most of them aren't drivable. Like if you were to just take them on the street, you know what I mean? Like just from looking at them from the movies, you know. And if I look at it that route.
Yeah, I don't think it has a good turning radius like that.
It is a movie. It's not practical. It's entertainment.
You're like,
come on, Rob, like... you want a working Batmobile?
I stood next to one. I was in I think it was Columbus or Cleveland at one of the Autoramas, and they had one, but it wasn't on display. It was like in a closed display, and I kind of snuck behind the curtain. I was standing next to it. I don't know which one it was. But it had, I mean, the wheels on this thing were massive. They were like the size of semi-truck wheels on this thing. They were huge. But I don't know which one it was.
Sounds like the one from the Christian Bale movie, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I love the vehicles in the Christian Bale, the Nolan Brothers Batman series. Man,
yeah, I mean, that's awesome. It'd be like, that's awesome. Like the off-road version.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I want to say one of them was, I feel like it seemed like it was cut from a Humvee in certain aspects.
Yeah, it had the military aspect to it. Because that's where originally it was supposed to be designed for the military. And then,
well, speaking of I got something else for you, Rob. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
What's he going to get?
I don't know. Something Batman related, it sounds like.
Maybe.
Hopefully it's gold Batman related.
Maybe it's a Batman gold coin.
Or a gold-plated Batmobile.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Even a gold-plated bat boomerang would be all right with me. Hold on. I meant to full screen them and I removed them.
I gave you some of the Batman stuff. So this I had Deanna ship to me from Florida because I just couldn't. I didn't want to damage it in my bag.
Oh, that's cool.
So I think I texted you some of these already.
Yeah.
I know I gave you some when we did the meet and greet, and then the others arrived, and then I found more. There's a Batmobile right there.
Batman's head.
And Batman's head sticking out. All right, I found
Batman.
Dude, blue Batman. I've never seen him before.
Me neither. Mr. Freeze must have got him.
I found this, which is super cool.
Is that silver bar or is that just a I'm just joking?
Yeah, you gotta pay me for this. It's a pin. Whoops.
It's a silver bar of Batman.
It would be cool, man, if it was. That'd be
a
holograph. That'd be awesome. All right. Then I found
I know. I never seen that one before.
You don't have that one?
That's a Pez dispenser, right?
Yep, but do you have this one?
I got lots of them too. That's crazy. I never seen those. That's like the big heads. They're weird.
You don't have that?
Well,
then do you have blue Batman sealed in the package?
No. No.
You get one out of the package, one in the package, and
is there still Pez in the packages? Oh no way! That's too cool.
All right, so you don't have any of these, right?
Nope.
Well, this is my stash that's sitting on the counter for you.
That's some giant Pez.
In the a viewer made these epoxy bowls for us. They're so cool, they glow. So this is the Rob stash.
Thank you. Oh man, that's awesome.
So I wonder if I'll wait till he gets back.
It's gonna be 87 Saturday. You guys comes over swimming if you want.
Tempting.
The best is you can't be hot in the pool. But we also have a porch with umbrellas, so you don't have to go swimming. You can sit on the porch, enjoy. Or I have a hammock. You can lay in the hammock.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
That little pile of toy cars with the one Hot Wheels thing, that's up here or down in Florida?
The one where you text me and said I had a red line?
Yeah.
It's up here.
Oh, did you go through and find that?
No, Christian Patients already have it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they sold it yet either. What's the car look like? Can you flash us a picture?
It's well, hang on a second.
If you send me a picture, I can send it to Christian and Patience. And
well, yeah, we just sold that for $50. Woo woo. I don't know what kind of how much it's worth.
Well, it was a Rumblers, is what it was.
Oh, it's a motorcycle?
Yeah. See if I can find one.
And there's a couple Rumblers I need for my collection, that's for sure. They're like the motorcycle, and they got these figures on them.
Yeah, it didn't have the guy on it, but it was.
I only wanted if it has the guy. That's what I'm looking for.
oh, that's where he used to be able to flip and do tricks.
Yeah.
And all that.
All right, so it probably. Let's see if I can get this picture up there.
Conky texts me. He goes, "You're the only guy that cannot find a red line when your hand is right on a red line." He's like, "You're the only guy I know."
So if I do this,
Yeah, it's just funny because Jack asked me about like, did you guys find any of those Rumblers at the house tonight? I said, Jack, I haven't found any.
All right, it looks like this, only it doesn't have the guy on it. If you can share that, it looks like this, only it doesn't have the guy on it, and it's the seat is red. And this is what it usually doesn't have the track guide, but this is the track guide here that allows it to run on the same track as the red line
track.
Yeah. But they were out from 71 to 73, I think.
Mm.
And
I had one of those.
In a lot of cases, they're more rare than the actual red lines because they're getting made of them.
Yeah, there's like a skeleton guy. I think I need him. Yeah. I got a couple of the cool ones, but I know I'm missing one or two. That's very sweet.
So you guys like G.I. Joe?
Real American Hero.
Hey, definitely.
Hold on.
This is what I spent my day doing.
Hold on. Let's see if I can full screen you here.
There
Boom. Oh, my gosh.
Nice.
So you can see the vehicles. Let me see. No, wrong way.
Oh, my God.
I had to go through. It's like flats of like all the stuff. They gave us 3 boxes of different toys. And I just went through today putting all the parts in trying to get these as complete as possible, all these G.I. Joe vehicles.
Looks like you did pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
But see,
it's crazy because it was a huge box. Like, okay, so the box where all the parts were at, it was 3 big boxes, probably, I'd say probably about 3 feet tall, so probably about 15 by 3 feet. And we had, I did a video of it, a quick shot, like, we had Ninja Turtles in one, we had G.I. Joe in another, and He-Man in another. So we had 3 boxes, and a lot of them had figures and toys in them. The last box I'm doing had all like the parts down at the bottom. So I've been taking the vehicles out, took the people out, the He-Man, all the figures, and I'm going through the boxes of the parts and finding all the stuff. And every time I go through a different flat, because I had to lay it out in like 5 different flats. So, I have all these parts laid out. And then I'm going through like eBay. Okay, what does it look completed? And then I'm going and finding the parts. Like I spent all day putting those together. And a lot of the vehicles on eBay are selling for between $25 and $50 individually. So, it's like, do I keep wasting my time doing that, or is it really a benefit of the time? But a lot of G.I. Joe vehicles
get paid to play with toys all day, so it's not too bad.
That's what I was gonna say. You sat there and played with G.I. Joe's. What are you talking about? Wasting my time?
Hey.
Anytime you can sit there and play with toys all
I think
day.
Lisa's in the comments.
Yeah, if Lisa's watching, Conky, stop blowing our cover.
Yeah, that was so hard.
My fingers of the warehouse.
My
I
fingers
hate
hurt.
playing with toys. Hate it.
Yeah, come on, help me out, man.
It's the best part about
Get
when
a stick
you're doing
to come
stuff
and
like
knock me
that.
on the head here.
You get that sense of accomplishment, though. Like when you see it, like especially like if you're just missing that one piece and then you find it, it's like the best. It's like,
You guys
I
wanna
know
see
if she had came back there and saw me for about 5 minutes, she'd been like, "What are you doing, bro?" Just
I'm
like,
playing, baby.
Working
Yeah,
so hard
must
down here.
Want to see a teaser?
I got
on tomorrow?
instructions here,
a teaser. Hold on.
All right, I'm gonna give you a teaser on tomorrow's video, guys.
All right, I'll throw that one. Let's pass it. Safe on that. You're definitely growing. This one, I don't think it's newspaper. No, this one's not newspaper. It. Oh, man! This is not newspaper at all. Holy cow! Good. I did not throw this one. Holy cow! Check this out right here.
All right, that's it. That's
All
it.
right.
Oh man,
That's it. That's it.
nice.
Looks like it's gonna be a good. This is tomorrow's video.
Tomorrow's video, and I can tell you that tote will beyond pay for that unit.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That is so awesome.
All right, you want a quick sneak peek because we know what's about to happen.
Uh-oh.
Small sneak peek,
Let's see it.
and you all already saw it, but I'm just gonna remind everybody that knows about it. Ready?
We're ready.
Oh yeah.
Is another opportunity that's closer to getting inked. And that's all I'll say.
That's so crazy.
No,
Gold.
no, you don't know what's crazy yet, but that's what I'll say.
All right. Because you just gave us the most amazing sneak peek ever.
No,
Let me give you one
that
more
wasn't.
sneak peek. Because I'm hoping you'll give us another one.
Oh, okay.
All right, one more sneak peek. Here we go.
Okay. Is this a real one, or he's gonna leave?
Yes, Michelle. That's all I can do.
Yes, look at that vintage, old school Chief Wahoo Indians jersey right there. Let's see if we can find a date. Come on down here with them.
All right, all right.
Oh, man.
On to the next one.
Is this what we're doing?
Yeah, we are. I want sneak peeks.
I got one for you then. Okay, hold on. Let me find it. We're doing Indians real quick, right?
Yeah, they're in the chat
This-
right now.
this
Come on,
surprised
boy,
me.
Come on.
This surprised me because this is not what we expected. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this to go. I gotta figure out where it's at. Oh, I know how to do it. Hold on. We're going.
I put too much pressure on him.
Talk about Indians. Here's the good thing right here.
Yo,
All right,
Cleveland Indians, which are now the Guardians.
I'm gonna circle back first. Let me do this one first.
Oh yeah, he's
And
gonna show me
then-
more gold.
More gold.
Remember that PA unit that Lisa and I went out and got all the trains?
Yep.
That sold yesterday from that unit.
Wow.
That was one of two gold watches we found in there.
Nice.
Wow.
So okay.
All right, that's a nice sale.
But you want to talk about Indian stuff? There you go. Right there. Sold yesterday.
Nice.
You never know what you're going to get for that shirt, but yeah, that stuff is going.
Nice.
It's going. So definitely good job on that one.
It's going. Going.
Gone.
Oh, that coming.
Oh man.
Yeah, like that is the fun of it.
I'm
all,
not a
you
baseball
know?
fan, but I don't think they should have changed the name. I agree.
Oh, we don't either.
the thing about the most messed up thing about the whole situation, the only reasons we were called the Indians is because they were tributing a Native American that played on a Cleveland team, and that's the whole reason we were called the Indians. So it was actually a tribute to the Native American gentleman that played baseball back in like the 1800s or early 1900s. So just let you know, that was like the dumbest thing about, like, you know, it's like, oh, it wasn't like, oh, we just called ourselves that for any reason. But, you know, what are you going to do? Things change. Even
Yes,
Conky.
they do.
Well, his hair hasn't changed, but something.
Well, it gets longer by the day.
Him buying Tonkas hasn't changed either, though, from what I hear.
No.
I think I got a big pile of toys in my shop for you, don't I, Conky?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be bidding on some of the stuff that's ending Saturday, and I'll try to get up there early next week and just get it all before this next one ends, and who knows what's going to happen with that. I just have more bids to put in, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. And then the auction that's going to be coming up, they'll be putting up, there's going to be a bunch of the antiques from that house, and then some of the toys are going to be in there too.
Okay.
There's so many
So
nice
is this
toys.
the house you guys went and did, or that's not
Yeah.
Marblehead, right?
No, this is a house that Conky and I went out there, and the house was built 200 years ago. The house is unbelievable.
Still a beautiful house for being that old. My
and
God.
the woodwork in the house, I mean, you know, the banister, everything was just made with quality. You know, it was just ornate, beautiful woodwork. Everything in the house was awesome. And then it was just full of all this awesome stuff. And the crazy thing is, Conky and I, like, we hardly even seen, you know, we saw 10% of the stuff. Because, I mean, there's just totes and stuff, things wrapped up.
Stuff piled on top of stuff. There's no way you were getting to the bottom of the pile.
And
not,
it's like,
not in one day.
all the stuff I seen them pull out for the auction, I'm like, oh, man. You know, like the one thing is, like, it's the thing from Adam's Family, the bank in the box, and the hand comes out and grabs the money and puts it back in, you know. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. But I never seen it at the house or anything else. Next thing I know, it's in the auction because, you know, Shane's been taking all the stuff out. And half of me is like, I should have filmed going through all these totes, but it's like, you know, time, energy, effort, you know how it all goes. You like to film everything. If you could have a camera on me and then all my guys and all this other stuff 24/7. So if someone wants to pay me $100,000 a year, I will wear a camera.
I hate to say it. Are you I say I'm not a YouTuber, but I'll be honest with you. I like to resell. Like, I like to sell. I like the deals. I like the art of the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm weird. I'm the buyer.
Sometimes the camera gets in the way, but go ahead.
I'm the buyer. I like to buy. I like to search. I like to find. I like to hunt, the treasure finding, all that stuff. The selling part, I don't, you know, it don't bother me either way. I you know, if I don't care. I mean, I like to make the money aspect. I like seeing the stuff sell, but I'm also, sometimes I hate seeing it sell because I hate seeing it go. You know what I'm saying? Because I love stuff so much, which is bad. You know, you know, but you know, in this business, the good thing is I come across so much stuff.
Right.
But you know how it is. There's things like, you know, you can't hold on to everything. You know, and it's like you like to hold on to some stuff, but you just gotta sell stuff. You know, like that 14 or that watch you just sold. You know, you know, probably would look good on your wrist.
Yeah, but you know, I got a buddy. Like when I got into insurance, I got real close with a buddy of mine. At this point now, and like, you know, he was a home salesman. I'll just say it that. I won't say the name of the company, but you know, he used to go out and sell people homes. You know. And like between me and him, we had this competition, like, you know, and not like a bad one, but just kind of a friendly, like, you know, it was who could close the bigger deal. And like, he was the whale. Like, he always liked to close the bigger accounts, you know, and that's where I'm at. Like, you know, I can't keep it all. I have no place to store it. But what I really do like is the art of the sell of it all, you know, and sometimes landing and inking the bigger deals. Like, you know, I can't say what I'm hoping will be the biggest sale we've ever had, because the biggest sale we ever had was the 3 classic cars. I don't know when we'll beat that, but you know, now I'm always like, okay, how can I either get close to it, match it, or surpass it? And of course, sooner or later, I'm going to figure a way to pass it. And you know, that's just me. I like to figure out how to get the bigger deals and
Yeah,
I just remember this buddy, you know, it was like, you know, he liked to catch the whales, and he was a deer hunter too. So like he wouldn't even shoot, you know, does anymore. Like, you know, he was just a buck hunter, you know. Like
it's just tough with that. You know, I was thinking, like you're saying, this is I had such a huge sale, it's gonna be hard to pass that one, you know.
yeah.
I mean, we sold a Bentley, 2 Jaguars, and Mercedes, and that was just one part of the sale, and let alone all the other stuff from the millionaire. Basically, I was almost a billionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just so hard. I mean, the Bentley sold for almost $80,000 itself.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just so hard to top that sale, because I just know like one item sold for like 80 grand, and then you think I sold, you know, a Mercedes, 2 Jaguars, you know, and plus everything else in the house. You can imagine how much the sale was, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you almost have to, when you're thinking of your, like, topping your biggest sale, you almost have to just sort of kick that one out and not consider it, and consider like a normal big sale is the one to beat. You know what I mean?
I'm a goal-oriented person, so I'm more like,
I love the
I can look at it, and it's always several different goals. You know, the most I sold something for was that Ford Mustang, the 1970, for $68,000. So it's like, how can I beat that? You know, but in that sale, we had 3 classic cars that went for over $110,000. But then we worked with the family for 5 sales over like 3 years, and we made how much money, you know. So I can say, you know, I always can break it down. Okay, what goals are I'm like the Guinness Book of World Records. Let me just say that, you know, we had our most lots in one sale recently, 996 lots, but now we're looking at maybe the most we've made in one sale as a house, but it's not like the most we ever made in one sale because we have the 3 cars. You know what I mean? Like, it's always, you know, all right, how do I change the dynamics to chase goals?
Right.
I don't chase
money. When you sell vehicles, like I was selling those vehicles, it's like everyone's hearing those numbers like, oh well, I sold this vehicle for this big money, but we're getting our percentage is so low on those vehicles.
Yeah, that is true.
Understand compared to what our usual sales are selling other stuff at. So like if we made a regular commission selling those vehicles, then, you know, we're eating a steak right now, and you know what I'm saying, just be having a steak sandwich right now. But that's just you know. So it's, you know, you hear us, but we're gonna percent, and it's a small percent when usually, you know, when Rory and I sell vehicles, we don't charge our typical percent on a vehicle because most people ain't gonna give you that much money for that. And just like sometimes when we sell higher dollar items, you know,
you're going to take a look, you're going to negotiate. That's the funny thing. It's always, and I tell everybody when they're like, oh, what would you normally do? Everything's different, you know, so it's, you know, we negotiate and figure out what's going to work, and then we ink a deal. And that's the benefit of an auctioneer too, or auction firm, you know, here in Ohio. You know, we got to sign contracts, and we're obligated to the state and bonded and all this other crazy stuff to make sure people know that we're really trying to, you know, seriously help you out. We want to get the most for you. But then, you know, I look at it as somebody once told me with insurance, you know, put big energy where big energies do, put small energy where small energies do. So, you know, if you think of the scenario of a car, it's one lot. How much time will it take me to do whatever I do for a car, for example? I'll probably pull off about 30 pictures if it's good easily. So you can see every aspect of it. I'm probably going to do a quick video, test drive up and down the street, you know, and I may spend a half hour doing it, but I'll take less of a percentage, but it will sell for worth my half hour, you know. I mean, we did that with the Mustang, and the percentage was 10%. So for 45 minutes of work with the Mustang, and then a viewing that I got to sit around for about an hour, I think 2 hours, 10%, $6,800 for that sale. Like, my time was less than 3 hours into it. Like, I mean, that was worth it. You know what I mean? So a smaller percentage, depending on what the value could be, it's not a bad deal.
No, and like obviously, if you could do it all the time, it'd be a different story. But obviously, those things, right, you ain't going to make that. You know, most people
all the time.
And when Rory and I get called, you know, most of the time they already sold the cars, or their cousin, aunt, brother, sister, uncle, whoever somebody's taking the car in the family, or the 2 cars or 3 cars, whatever. Usually the cars are gone, the jewelry's gone, the firearms are gone.
Yeah, like
the house I'm doing in Marblehead.
If there's a car there and it's just a normal car worth maybe $2 or $3 grand, I mean, you're still charging your regular percentage or something like that, right? Or you
typically no. Usually on a vehicle,
I have a sliding scale, so yeah. When you get to a vehicle, like there's anything over $1,000 is different for us, you know, and depending on what it is, you know, will dictate the opportunity to actually ink the deal, you know.
Sometimes
I can say
regular percentage on the vehicle because everything else wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
But not often. Usually it's a low percent.
And that's like, you know, my little sneak preview if it works out. I mean, they immediately asked me, they're like, would we do the deal without my preview? And it's like, no, this deal would not get done without that, because without that, there's nothing else. It's just a house full of stuff. And it's a big house full of stuff.
I know before I met all you guys, when Noreen's aunt died, we went through the house and everybody took what they wanted. Okay. The one thing I took was I had for some reason, she had a box for the original Lost in Space robot. Didn't have the robot, had the box. So I grabbed the box. And then we called Kiko. And basically what they did was they came out and said, okay, we're going to sell all the contents and we're going to sell the house. And they said the contents are going to pay us for our time, and then you're going to get probably paid on the house. And they were right. I mean, there was only 1 or 2 things in there that really surprised us what they went for at the auction. And this was an auction where, you know, we're all standing in the driveway in the yard, and they were bringing things out one piece at a time. You know, I think something out of the kitchen, either some dishes set or some silverware set, went for like $200 or $300. Everything else was, you know, 10, 15, $20 here and there. But yeah, they sold the house, and that's pretty much how it went. They took all the money for all the chattels, and then, you know, we got the money for the house.
Yeah.
Man, they got 100%.
Well, I mean, it's the way it worked out. It wasn't written up that way, I don't think. But when you added up all the stuff that's sold out of the house, that's about what the commission was for the whole auction.
Huh.
Is the way it went.
Yeah, I heard this one lady. She was telling me that she had the one auction guy come out, and she did the auction with him, and I forgot she owed the guy like so much money after the auction. I was like, that's the best. I was like, how the heck you owe an auctioneer after the auction money? But, you know, he charged setup time, each photo, all this stuff. He charged her for all the stuff, you know, and it's like the all that added up to more than the sale. And I'm like, you know, as an auctioneer, you should never even be doing that. Especially in Ohio, you have fiduciary responsibility.
That's just weird.
Well, yeah, you know, in Ohio, you have fiduciary responsibility. You're a fiduciary, which people that don't know what fiduciary is, you can look it up, but it's a person that you're basically have to look in the best interest of that person on financial aspect. So that's what a fiduciary is. So if you actually, you know, that person could be sued and be liable for doing something like that, because if you're not straightforward saying, hey, at the end of this auction, you're going to owe me money, and you sign a contract thinking I'm going to get paid a percent of what everything sells for, and at the end you get nothing and you owe them money. You know what I'm saying? Did you really, you're not taking any
that's not good.
Your client, you know, what fiduciary responsibility that is. I mean, that's something that, like, listen, at the end of the day, you're going to owe me money because it's not going to make enough money to cover your costs. You know what I'm saying? There's no way anybody should be like, oh, here's a bill for your auction. Right, sends them a bill.
Right.
Yeah, I just sold $5,000 worth of your stuff. You owe me $250 more.
Yeah. You know, that's I think that's probably one of the things that, you know, is the growing pains in the business. Not saying that this person did it right, but like that's one of the things like Lisa and I are always looking at, like, are we going to be underwater when we're done with it, right? We have a lady that called us. She wanted us to do a buyout, and it's like, you know, so we're dragging our feet because of course we don't want to do a buyout. It's not really worth the buyout for us, you know. It's a lot of stuff, but it's just stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a lot of stuff. Like, probably have to get a U-Haul to go get it. So we've been dragging our feet, and she's just like, I'll give it to you. I just don't want to throw it away. You know, I'll call like a dumpster to come haul it away. And it's like, if you can hold till September when we should be able to bring it in our warehouse, you know, we'll just come and take it. But that's the thing, like, just because people think there's value in it doesn't mean, you know, not only our responsibility as an auctioneer and fiduciary responsibility to our client, but on the other side of the case, we don't want to be where we're like, all right, well, we did all this work for you, but now you owe us money. Because how many people are really going to go and refer you when you're saying,
yeah,
I had to pay the auctioneer when I was done? Like, that's unheard of, in my opinion. That should never happen. You know?
It does.
Yeah.
I always tell people that you just don't know. That's why I'm a commission based only. I tell people all the time,
Well,
I'm only going to make a percent of whatever I make for you, and that's it. So my goal is make you as much money as possible.
yeah, but I mean, but on the other side of the coin, if you're doing a clean out for them, and you have to charge them,
well, that's a different story.
Yeah,
you have to tell them that up front so they understand, right?
Right. Well, typically,
I mean,
in
I don't
the
know about
contract.
Rob.
Well, I mean, in the
Right.
contract that we have to sign with the state of Ohio, there's a part in there unsold property. Okay. What happens to unsold property? Is it the auctioneer responsibility or the person's responsibility? Now, if you're doing a house and a sale at a house, I always check their responsibility, unsold property or stuff I don't catalog or anything else. And I always tell them after the auction, I will come back and give you a price for the clean out, because we'll see how the auction goes and see what's left before I give you a price. Because I can come and give you a price, and then, you know what I'm saying, I could either make a lot of money on it or lose money because I don't know what's going to be left in the end of the day. So on the clean out, I always keep that separate, except the house in Berea, I did the clean out as part of the deal.
Well, you knew that was going to be a good auction. That's why, you know.
Right. That was one of the reasons. And two, I figured, well, most of the stuff's going to sell. There's not going to be tons of stuff cleaned out. And they got rid of lots of stuff already. Like almost all the garbage and everything, they already got rid of it all.
Yeah.
Like all the junk clothes, they got rid of, socks, underwear, you know, all the basic stuff. A lot of the junky china and stuff, they donated it and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't like some of the houses you go to and it's just full of crap that, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of accumulation.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna still say, like, you know, it's crazy. The two of us were against each other on that one, you know, like, but that was a great sale. You know, I gotta give you kudos for getting that one. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I was talking about it, and Rob was like, "What did you say?" You said, "Oh, when you were there, you're like, yeah, I just sold this, and let me show you." Like, it just sold in his auction because he saw him on a Saturday, and he was like showing him like the sale. And I'm like, as soon as he told me that, I'm like, yeah, he got it. Then Rob called me up. He was like, yeah, they just called me. Like, cool. At least you got it. You know what I mean? Like,
the thing is, like, if one of us gets this better than the other person, I don't know who the other person was. I know there was somebody else that went too. So, but
yeah, I don't think they had a chance.
Most people do no research whatsoever on an auction.
Yeah.
And not all auctioneers are the same. And, you know, sometimes I might have people like, oh, you're going to charge this much percentage. Well, this guy's only going to charge this much percentage. And I'm like, that's great. That guy, the item I'm going to get $100 for, he probably gets you $50 for. And you take his lower percentage, you're going to make less money. Even though I'm charging a higher percentage, I get a higher dollar. You make more money. Yeah. But some people can't put that logic in their head because the only thing they see is that percentage. And it's like, yeah, well, that guy sells your item for $10 and, you know, he's charging you 20% and, you know, I'm charging whatever, blah, blah, you know. So
honestly, I don't think there's a lot of good, let me correct that. I was telling somebody the other day, like, you know, I have the opportunity and I appreciate this wholeheartedly, you know, and I mean, I don't know how it kind of came about. I just know I'm a type person that says, you know, opportunity only knocks but so long, and then it goes to another door. And the opportunity, like, you know, to talk to Rob and be able to build the relationship that we can talk. Like, I mean, he gives me a lot of good information. Like, I truly appreciate the fact that God put Rob in our path for us to be able to have him as a mentor in this business, because there are a lot of people, and coming from insurance, I find auctioneering the same way. There are a lot of people that don't believe there's enough for everybody, you know. They're not willing to share. They're not willing to sit down and take the time and, you know, talk with you I mean, we were at a live auction a few months ago, and Rob pulled me aside, and I haven't done a live auction yet. You know, we've been talking about that, you know, and Rob's going to hopefully come through and help us out. And, you know, I mean, it's like, you know, we're in an era where everybody goes online and they just do it online and not necessarily understand the value of where somebody that's been there already can help you trim the fat. And I got to give my kudos and thank God and appreciate the fact that we can do things like this and talk to Rob and have the ability that, even though it's interesting to go against each other every now and then, but for the most part, like, I mean, that's not really the reality. Like, there's so much business. Like, I don't think I've really ever heard of us going against each other on anything, you know?
Yeah. And that was like the first time, you know, and the lady hired, you know, I mean, she interviewed like 3 auctioneers.
And we celebrate each other's successes all the time. And even in that, like, you know, I'm happy that the success is Rob, you know, like to have that humbleness and humility to just be able to say, you know, I appreciate the fact that, you know, Rob called me right away. We talked about, we were going against it. He landed the deal. And then I got to learn something. Like, I mean, he pulled out a card I thought about too. And I used it later on and landed another job because of that. So, I mean, still sharpened steel. I don't know what to say, but I just got to take that second and do that. But
I appreciate the nice words. And, you know, it is one of those things. I tell people all the time, I'm always willing. If you have a question, call me. I tell people I'm the most easy accessible person. And Roy will tell you, you know, if I don't answer, I'll call you back. That's for sure. I mean, sometimes we're in a busy or in the middle of something. You can't just always answer the phone. And what you doing, Willis? And
hey, what you doing?
So Travis, he was on last week. That was a good time. That's another thing we got to do is plan some kind of trip.
Yeah.
Let's go on another shark.
We're supposed to be down there actually. What's today? Not Sunday. We were supposed to go down for a week. So
how many people can we get shark fishing? Conky?
I don't know. There were about 4 or 5 of us, maybe.
I just don't know. I was wondering how many people we can get on total. We'll have to ask Hales the max amount.
It's called Captain.
That's a bucket list item.
It was awesome.
It was fun. Done it twice.
I know. I thought about bringing my invisible son. Take him out there. Have Roy go. Travis. Conky, put some sunscreen on, and
yeah, I'm gonna need that this time.
That was I never seen Conky so miserable in my life. I thought when he jumped out of a plane he was miserable, and then I saw more miserable.
No, that was.
He was like this. I can't move. Don't touch.
Oh, it looks like he was passed out.
Oh, it looked like he passed out in the sun on just one side of his body. He's just all sunburned so bad.
Oh, it was bad.
He was so red. I'm sure Noreen, she don't even want to think about it. She
it was bad.
It was bad. It was bad. Bad. His legs are so red.
I'll never do that.
Back up maybe in August. Nice. We'll have a
Nice.
bonfire then. Well, I know it's getting late, and we appreciate everyone checking us out tonight. We're going to do our prayer here in a minute, and then we'll do our last words. So let's do prayer. All right. Lord, once again, thank you for bringing us all together in your name and this awesome community that we have around us, and let all of our prayers work together, Lord. We have some special intentions tonight. Mark, whatever issues or problems, anything else, for special prayers for Mark tonight. Also, the devastation that happened in Texas over the holiday weekend, and the people in the Mexico, Texas area, all the people that got hurt in this tragedies, and the families that have to deal with that, Lord, just best way you can to help just console their losses and deal with this horrible tragedy. And also all the people that are listening tonight or watching this at a later time, any issues, problems that they may have or someone in their family may have, that you can come and help them with the best way you see fit, Lord. I know not all the times you will answer our prayers the way we think that you should, but they come through in other ways, Lord. Thank you again for all you do. Amen.
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 And like I said, appreciate the life we got, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know. And like I said, I just did an auction for a guy 50 years old, passed away. Boom. No one expected him to die. You know, I lost my sister-in-law. She was 52 52, 53 years old a couple years ago, right after day after Christmas. Bam, brain aneurysm. You don't know you're going to have brain aneurysm. You can't go to the doctor and they say, you know what? You're going to have brain aneurysm in the next 10 days or next year or 5 years. It's one of those things you're never going to know. Anyone could die of a brain aneurysm like that. It's just, there's nothing to do to check for brain aneurysm and stuff like that. So it's just one of those things. There's a million ways. And like this flood, these people were just sleeping, boom, water came unexpectedly. So you can't expect anything in life. There's no guarantees. Death and taxes, right? I used to tell my kids, some people get 1 second in this world. Some people get 100 some years in this world, but you don't know. So enjoy the time you got, but also live a good life, right? Anything you want to say, Conks?
I can't improve on that, so I'm good.
Yeah. That's a
Amen.
good note to end on. I mean, amen.
And so, guys, once again, check out Conky. He has this thing on Saturday. Avery's, you got an auction coming up? Was there anything up yet or not yet?
Actually, we have we got a few things coming up, but we are currently wrapping up an auction that will be starting. We got to get some more stuff because the lady actually is moving out, but it's sports cards, vintage toys, He-Man, Turtles, G.I. Joe. I mean, the list goes on. So that's going to be coming down the pipeline here. Probably, I'm going to say it's going to take us a second to get that up because we're picking up the other stuff 26, but we might have it in preview before that. But other than that, just stay tuned to the channels, YouTube, Conky, Rob.
I know I gotta buy a unit, man. I have to right after this. I'm gonna start looking, and then this Saturday, awesome auction. There's just so much great stuff in there. There's that Coca-Cola cooler, first lot in the auction. This awesome old Coca-Cola metal cooler. Go on. There's cool collectibles, antiques, all kind of great stuff in the auction. Video game systems. Something for everyone. I always tell people that if you watch our auctions for 1 month, we have an auction every week. You'll find something you want or need. And then next week, Conky's already, bidding on stuff and getting outbid. But there's a bunch of stuff he wants to buy. And from that unbelievable hoarder toy bus driver guy house. And the guy had such a cool story. I wish I could have met him. Bus driver for David Copperfield. Bus driver for the Rockettes. Bus driver for Jesus Christ Superstar. Go ahead, Conky.
I didn't tell you this, or maybe I did. Last Friday we did the Rogers Flea Market, and a guy came around. I had a big long model kit of a semi truck, and I sold it to him. And he mentioned that he is a Smith Miller collector. And I told him, I says, I just went through a house with a buddy of mine, and I told him where it was. I don't know if you mentioned that on your channel publicly, but I told him where it was. I said, and that guy had some Smith Miller. I said, he was a bus driver. He goes, he died. He said he knew who it was. He said the guy's name. I said, no, I said he's not dead, but yeah, he knew exactly what. He started telling me about how he drove for Copperfield and all that. So I told him how to find your auctions. He may be one of the guys bidding against me. I don't know.
Yeah, good job, Conky. The guy that outbid Conky and everything that Conky wanted. The guy he met Conky told the guy that next thing you know, Conky got outbid and everything. He's like, wow, one of these are Quinkanique. But yeah, the guy has some crazy Smith Miller stuff. And then, did you see the one vehicle? It's like it came in this huge box, Conky. I don't even know who makes it. It's unbelievable. I gotta send you a picture of it. It is it's minimum 500. It's gotta be probably $1,000 piece. It's mint condition, brand new box, but it looks like a new Smith Miller or something. I don't know.
But it's not in the auction yet.
I don't know if they got in the auction yet or not. I think it's in the auction that's coming up. It'll be up probably Friday and ends in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because I think that's in the second. Because we have like a lot of the stuff he had, like the fair stuff that he put the tokens in for the bus fare. Those things in there. There's a bunch of bus badges in that auction. We got the other Star Wars stuff
too.
We're gonna have a lot of good auctions, that's for sure. And then Roy's about to get this unbelievable auction. But on that note, we gotta let everybody go. Have a good time. Check out all of our channels. Don't forget subscribe, like. We appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Be safe and I don't know. See you next.